5 miles north of Waynesburg University lies a unique treasure, hidden inside the hills of western Pennsylvania. 179 acres of land is roamed not only by cattle, but alpacas. The Lippencott Alpaca Farm has been breeding, raising, selling, and showing alpacas for 17 years. Lena and Phil Gailing, owners of Lippencott Alpacas, spend many hours a day caring for their livestock, as well as adding new products to their farm store. This cozy shed houses a wide variety of yarns, socks, hats, scarves, and more, all made from alpaca fiber.
We offer tours for $5 each, and it's usually an hour and a half. The main idea is educating people. There's a lot of touching and feeling with the fiber and touching some of the products and feel the difference in coarseness.
But Lena's most asked question is,
what is the difference between an alpaca and a llama? And basically there's the llama with the banana ears, they're turned in. This is the Wakaya alpaca, and this is the Surrey alpaca. And this is the close-up of the llama ears. Another point with alpacas and the differences, you can see the long snout of a llama, whereas the shorter the better for alpacas. And this is, of course, the close-up of the waviness, which is called crimp. And you can see the different degrees of crimpness. The finer the crimp, the better quality. There are 22 natural colors of fiber. Look at this little guy. First of all, he is a llama. Look at the ears. But look at that fiber. So he would be definitely in a multi-group. There's the differences in llama sizes, 300 to 400 pounds and more aggressive. Llamas can be used as work animals. Alpacas are not work animals. Cria is the name of a little alpaca. That's Acamas out here. That's a baby, 1 day old.
All this knowledge has come from many years of experience.
So it has been 17 years that we actually started with alpacas. This farm has been in my family since my grandfather was born in the brick house next door. I'm actually 4th generation on the farm. I never thought I'd be back, but my goodness, I'm thrilled about being back. My husband and I were in Germany for a total of 9 years. When we came back, we didn't know what we were going to do when we grew up. So we just came back home here just to figure things out. Meanwhile, my Mom and Dad had some medical issues, so we ended up staying and we started our farm. Dad was able to help on the farm with the alpacas. So when we came back from Germany, it was 2001. We started a rotisserie chicken business. Dad gave my husband his first calf, named Priscilla. And meanwhile, Priscilla died giving birth to her second calf. And the vet came out several times and she says, why don't you start raising alpacas? And we said, what's an alpaca? She gave us some brochures that we threw away. And then we thought, well, we're going to be staying here because of Mom and Dad's medical issues. What are we going to do? Finally, we went to Waynesburg's first Sheep and Fiber Fest, which was in 2005. There was a couple there who had 2 alpacas. And it was like love at first sight. That was what we were going to do. We later bought from them and another farm, and we started with first 5 girls. We had several different colors. We've had blacks and browns and different other shades. We sold several of the colored ones. We've sold several that were not good quality. And we are going for quality instead of quantity. But we are here to sell alpacas to new people and regular people. 2007 is when we started the farm store. And it was to help us with finances. I try to update and change and have varieties. I'll be having some new items come by this fall. It still let people learn more about alpacas, a lot of people would say, well, here you are with animals, what do you do with them? Well, you shear them, okay? What do you do with the fiber? You make product out of them.
Besides the farm store and tours, Lena created a knitting herd club to bring the community together to share love for alpacas and knitting, in which all are welcome.
Lyocell fabric.
Michelle Clark.
Yeah, Michelle.
I am making a Hearthstone wrap, slipping and using more than one color in the same row. It's called a Latvian braid.
Look at that.
It's kind of 3D.
3D.
It is. It does stand up. So when it's done, it'll be
Beautiful.
wider.
Much.
Hat that is merino and alpaca.
There you go.
Happy knitting.
Happy knitting.
Happy knitting.
Bye.
Lippencott Alpacas has brought smiles to many people's faces for over a decade. 17 years later, Lena is still determined to share her journey and alpaca knowledge to anyone willing to listen. After all, who wouldn't want to spend a day with an alpaca?